So here in our problem, we are given that cosine of, let's write it down, cosine of angle A plus B multiplied to sine of angle C plus D. So this is equals to cosine of angle A minus B times sine of angle C minus D. So using this, we need to find out the value of cotangent of A, cotangent of B times cotangent of C minus cotangent of D. Okay, so let us begin. So what we'll do, we'll take the given equation and we're going to rewrite it as cosine of angle A plus B divided by cosine of angle A minus B. So this will be equals to sine of angle C minus D divided by sine of angle C plus D. Now what we have is the ratio cosine of A plus B over cosine of A minus B equals to another ratio sine of C minus D over sine of C plus D. We are going to use the method of componendo and dividendo. So let's quickly state that. So let's say if we have A over B, the ratio equals to C over D, then the method of componendo and dividendo tells us that A plus B over A minus B, this will be equals to C plus D over C minus D. So we are going to use the method and we can rewrite our given ratio as cosine of A plus B plus cosine of A minus B whole divided by cosine of angle A plus B minus cosine of A minus B. This will be equals to sine of C minus D added to the denominator. We have sine of C plus D and divided by, we have sine of C minus D, and from it we're going to subtract the denominator sine C plus D. Now there's a certain advantage of writing in this particular fashion, because now what we have is the sum of two cosines in the numerator. Then in the denominator we have the difference of cosine. Similarly on the right hand side we have the sum of two sines and difference of two sines. So what we can use here is the transformation formula. So let's state the transformation formula that we will be using here. So these are the four transformation formulas, which shows that if we have sum of two sines, it's going to transform into the product of sine and cosine. Similarly, we have the difference of sine function, we have the sum of cosine and the difference of cosine. So we're going to employ these transformation formula. Now coming to the left hand side, on the numerator we have the sum of two cosine function. So that means if we treat A plus B as alpha and A minus B as beta, then we have 2 times cosine of angle alpha plus beta over 2. So that means A plus B added to A minus B divided by 2. That's going to give us A. This will be multiplied to cosine of alpha minus beta. So alpha minus beta is A plus B minus of A minus B. So that's going to give us 2B. And we divide it by 2 to simply get B. Whole divided by, now we have difference of the cosine function in the denominator. So we have negative 2 times sine of, so we're going to treat A plus B as alpha and A minus B as beta. So this is going to give us sine A times sine B. So this will be equals to, now on the right hand side in the numerator, we have the sum of two sine function. So that means we have 2 times sine of angle. So we need alpha plus beta. So we treat C minus D as alpha and C plus D as beta. Similarly for the denominator part as well. So C alpha plus beta will be 2C. So 2C over 2 will be simply C. Multiplied to cosine of angle. So we need alpha minus beta. So C minus D minus of C plus D. So that's just going to give us negative 2D. So we'll have negative D. Whole divided by, in the denominator we have difference of two sine function. So this will be 2 times cosine of angle. So alpha plus beta will be simply C. And this will be multiplied to sine of alpha minus beta over 2. So that's going to be negative D. Fine. Now we know that the cosine is an even function. So since it's an even function, so cosine of negative D, so this will be equals to positive cosine of angle D. And sine is an odd function. So sine of negative D will be equals to negative sine D. So means we will now get 2 times cosine of angle A times cosine of angle B whole divided by negative 2 times sine of angle A times sine of angle B. So this will be equals to 2 times sine of angle C times cosine of angle D, whole divided by, we have 2 times cosine of C. Now sine of negative D will become negative sine D. Fine. What we can do, we can factor out 2 and 2 from the numerator and denominator of both sides, and we can also multiply both sides with -1 to get rid of the negative sign. So now we have the ratio cosine A over sine A. So that's nothing but the cotangent function. So we have cotangent of angle A multiplied to cosine B over sine B. So that ratio is cotangent of angle B. That will be equals to, now we have cotangent of D over sine D. So that will become cotangent of D. However, we have sine C over cosine C. That can be, that's the ratio tangent of D. But we know the tangent of D is simply 1 over cotangent of angle C. Fine. So now we'll multiply throughout with cotangent of C. So we get cotangent of A times cotangent of B times cotangent of C. This will be equals to cotangent of D. So we'll transpose cotangent of D to the left hand side. So this finally gives us cotangent of A times cotangent of B times cotangent of C minus cotangent of D. So we were asked to find out this value. So since we have transposed cotangent of D to the left hand side, this will be equals to 0 on the right hand side, and this is the value. Therefore, the value of cotangent of A, cotangent of B, cotangent of C minus cotangent of D, so this will be equals to 0, given a cosine of A plus B times cosine of C plus D equals cosine of A minus B times sine of C minus